into the great western swamp, moseyed around for a little bit, unknowingly violating a dragon's territory. Until eventually, their complete lack of respect for his stuff caused Itaxius the Defiler to show up and, well, kick your asses. After being routed, 2 of your party members slain, and some of your loot taken, you've begun to sail off. You guys have maybe like 3 hours before nightfall.
Yeah, I think we, well, I navigated us here, and I'm navigating now. So I will try and find somewhere in the, well, this is like a swamp, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I'd like to find a heavily forested shoreline where I can safely beach us and where we can take shelter for the night. Although, wait, we don't have an anchor. We can't just, like, moor ourselves. I assume.
We in fact have 4 anchors.
We have 4 anchors.
Big flat boat.
Right. In that case, I'll find an open area where we can moor ourselves away from any shoreline.
All right, give me a survival check to try to find a sufficiently concealed location.
No, well, knowing that we have anchors, I'm not trying to find a concealed location anymore. I'm trying to find an open area.
He wants no cover around us.
Yeah, originally I was just going to beach us in some cover, but since we have anchors, we can keep the boat in one place without us having to babysit it. Then
yeah, that was the idea.
Like, out in the open, away from the shore, so nothing happens upon us and crawls on.
That was the idea with 4 anchors, is you could basically drop all 4 and have a nice platform to work off of in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. Although, what do we think is better? Should we hide or should we try to keep away from the shore?
I don't see any reasons keeping away from the shore. Hiding just feels like it's going to cause more issues.
Yeah. I don't want something like wandering on board.
Yeah, there's a lot of stealth shit, so I'd rather not find out how much stealth shit there is.
Yeah, I think we'll try to insulate ourselves from the shoreline. So having navigated us here, I would just recall back to, the widest area that we would have come through and go back there.
Alrighty. Yeah, you guys are able to find a spot like that with relative ease, anchor the vessel, and then get ready for rest. You guys have a watch order?
I'll go first.
I'd be awake by this time?
How long were you out?
It was only up for like an hour, right? Or was it 2?
I rolled low. It was like 2 hours. It wasn't 1. I think it was 2.
Then yes, by the time you guys would need to be hunkering down, it would have been like 3 hours. So yes, you'd be conscious.
Oh wait, I have to add exhaustion to the sheet.
And you do have Urbis's body.
Oh. Were we keeping this for any particular reason? It's Not like we're gonna get back in time to resurrect him, and it'd be a lot more expensive after that. Burial at sea, as it were. Alright, let's figure out the watch order real quick. So,
I say we tie a couple of stones to what's his name's body and let it just drift off.
I mean, would the stones even be necessary? Alright.
We could
I
bury
suppose
him.
we only have 4, so... Alright, there's your watch order. As for the body, I'll start looking through the Book of Lore Bar for burial rites. Finding some very aptly metal ways of disposing of a body.
They're all just variations of like a burning like Viking funeral with fireworks and explosions and shit.
That makes sense, actually. Well, don't want to waste the rowboat, so I don't have a scrap of wood somewhere. It's only a gnome.
But he was a very
Waste
important
not.
gnome.
Make a fire and burn him.
What's that?
Let's just make a
What's-
fire and burn him.
Yeah, I'm gonna burn him on something and then float him out into the area around us and watch him get eaten by something really big, probably. Yeah, I'm just gonna see if I got a couple scraps of board and then real quick hobble together a flotation device of some sorts. Yeah, exactly. Like, it wouldn't be very difficult to find a couple of scraps of wood. I'm sure we would have some laying around for making repairs to the boat. So, grab a couple of those and, tack them together real quick and then tie his body onto it. Pour a flask of oil on it and then throw it out and light something and throw it at it. And kind of just watch it bob away.
Alright, yeah. Yeah. Where are you getting the wood, though?
Like I said, we probably have. I would keep spare wood pieces on the ship. Like, it's not like you wouldn't have material for making repairs. You would have extras.
Alright.
It's not like it's
Yeah.
going to cost much material. It's a gnome.
Yeah, you're able to take a plank of wood, put some oil on his body, and push him out into the water. It seems like the Book of Lore Bard makes this sound a lot cooler than it appears to be. Because he floats out, and then he kind of stops, maybe 15 feet, because this is a swamp. The water doesn't really move a lot.
Like to tie 2 10-foot poles together and poke him a little bit so he floats further away.
Alright, drifts out another like 5-10 feet. He stops. The smell of roasting gnome filling the swamp.
Well, I mean, I'd have pushed him away, breeze down. Like, I wouldn't have pushed him upwind of us. We're in a big open area. I would have pushed him downwind so that we don't have to smell the dead body. Definitely wouldn't have pushed it upwind. That's good way to get scabby.
Yeah, he's downwind. You can still smell the burning meat. Not a lot of wind here.
Huh. Well, it's a magical, pleasant aroma. Burning gnome and all.
You know he had hair, right? Wait, did he? No, I don't think he did. He was bald.
Indeed, I was bald.
That doesn't mean he
I
didn't
mean, he
have
has
hair.
some hair.
Maybe he actually had lots of hair and we just didn't know.
He did wear a hat a lot.
I mean, I did have a beard. I just didn't have any hair at the top of my head.
Yeah, the beard would burn.
Alrighty. But yeah, it burns up to everything enough that his body just sinks into the swamp.
Yeah, pretty much.
Indeed. Gone forever into the swamp. Alright, let's see here.
No, this one's missiles.
That should be on a shirt.
Yeah, seriously.
All right.
Alrighty, yeah. Yeah, he's dead and gone. And your watches
Well-
proceed.
We have him in memory.
You can see the water work during your watch gets disturbed.
Somebody
and the water
eating gnome
disturbance
tonight.
goes away. And the sun rises in a new swampy day here in the Great Western Swamp. A thick, thick fog has seems to be permeating the swamp this morning. So, what are you guys doing?
I think we're just heading back the way we
Reconvene.
came to maybe not go into the swamp for now. I don't know. I'm not driving the boat.
Yep. Well, where do we want to go?
Doesn't really matter. I mean, we can go back to the village and recoup, or we can keep venturing into the jungle of the dragon that's going to kill us. Or swamp, sorry.
So where's the map of the area? Does anyone happen to have it on hand? I don't.
Let me grab it. 1 second.
I think we had discussed where we were going before, but I forget what we decided on.
We were originally just heading out into the middle of the jungle just to see if we could find any runes or anything like that. We didn't really have a goal or destination or purpose.
Was there a reason we originally came here in the first place?
No, we shipwrecked.
Right.
There is a city to the north that we could likely head for, but we would have to probably ditch the boat or go all the way around based on, the
Well,
rough
somebody can get me
approximation
that
of the
map,
area.
and
1 second.
How heavy is the boat?
Okay, so there's a... Oh yeah, Remoran. And
The city you guys were actually headed to is Karesh.
where's that?
More north, I think.
further north,
Yeah, further north.
across the desert.
That's not desert.
Mountains.
Hilly grassland.
Hilly grasslands. Okay.
The other tile there is hilly shrubland.
Does the river continue up that way, or is...
That ends there on that tile. Just barely.
Yes, the river ends on that map.
Okay.
Just on the edge.
So where are we?
You
We're
guys
currently
are
by the W.
Yeah, you guys are actually you're in the ES of Western, right below the layer.
Confused as to why it stops there. Actually, no, whatever. I'm not going to question it.
So how about we head south to the ocean and then follow the coast up to remote?
You see, Pete, the water comes from a source there.
Oh. Oh, there's like an aquifer there and it flows out? Okay.
Well, Sorella, we could go east and head back to Urbeth as well. Like we came from Urbeth to where we are now, so it would be just navigating backwards, so we'd actually do better at it.
Well, I'd
Versus
say we
going
should keep going to Urmorin. Urmorton? Yeah, Urmorton.
Urmorton.
We can make a pit stop at Urbeth. It'll
Well,
be...
that's back the way we came, though.
Oh, everything's back the way we came.
What's wrong with
further west of
doubling
us?
back? It's a wild jungle or a wild swamp.
Well, why do we need to in the first place?
We didn't have a plan to come here in the first place.
I thought our goal was to go further north. Why are we going south?
We had no goal.
I want to go not into a dragon's lair.
Well, there's no reason we can't continue up the river.
We're not on a river.
Well, we're
We're in a
heading towards one,
swamp.
aren't we?
Okay. So you guys
Where
are
do you think
currently
we are?
in the ES of Western.
Ah,
That puts
right.
you about a day-ish travel from the channel, and I mean, maybe slightly longer than a day-ish. Actually, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Yeah, about 2 days from the mouth of the river. It goes
Okay.
up to Urmor.
I thought we were further north.
No. You guys are literally on the ES of Western.
Okay, well then maybe we should go back to Urbeth and
Finish up.
reevaluate what we want to do in the immediate. Because
Yeah.
I'm getting the sense that we found the treasure in this swamp, along with what's guarding it.
And we're very underleveled for this area of the map.
Yeah, I think the treasure here has already been claimed.
For now.
Where were we going on this ship that we wrecked on?
You were headed to Urkaresh. I leave the reasons to whatever kind of backstory stuff you guys cook up.
Okay, well if we were all headed there, then there's no reason we can't continue heading there.
Yeah.
I'll have to come up
And
with a reason why I'm going there, but...
Well, it could have just been general travel or anything like that, and
Yeah.
boom. You turned into an adventurer suddenly. Now you have superpowers.
Hey, you never know when adventure will happen to you.
All right.
Yep.
So go back to Urbeth, and then go north to Urmorin.
Yeah, we could go back to Urbeth, maybe seek some additional enterprising souls looking to make a daring voyage up the river through this wild, untamed jungle to reach Urmorton and destinations beyond.
Yeah, that'll work for me. So all right, heading east.
By the way, where
Alrighty.
did we get this boat? Did we build this? Did we find it?
Built it.
Ah,
It started as a barge, like a little raft that we used to float away from the shipwreck, made up from that. And then my character with carpentry tools and some naval knowledge spent 3 days building basically a giant flat barge.
well, as nice as this is, I wonder if at Urbeth we couldn't use some of our funds to purchase an actual boat.
Yeah. I mean, it's an actual boat, basically. It's 20-foot by 60-foot big flat boat.
Yeah, but I'm sure there are, like, meaningful ways in which it differs from an actual boat. I imagine
I
it's
mean,
not
we
as
probably could
durable,
go
for one
over.
thing.
Yeah, we could probably go over land too at that point. Just sell the keel boat and get a cart.
How heavy is the boat itself?
20-foot by 60-foot.
Yeah. The other option is we could just take this to Morton and then just kind of sell it or abandon it up there. before
Yeah,
we
that's
continue onward.
that's exactly what I said.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah,
Okay.
go up to our Morton, sell the boat, buy a cart, head overland.
Or
We could even go up to the mouth of the river, probably faster.
hell, we could even rent it out.
Yeah, lease it. Come back every 3 to 6 months and collect our enterprise. All right, so we're heading east then.
So, leasing of vehicles like that is not really a.
Sarcasm.
Okay, I was gonna say that's not really like a prevalent.
Yeah, you would
concept.
just outright sell the item. You wouldn't actually, have a leasing contract built up over it.
You
I
could do
was
that
being-
for a merchant vessel, I imagine.
Yeah,
Like, if
merchant
somebody
vessel's a
wants
little
to-
different because
If
you're
somebody
renting
wants to become a
space.
trader, but they can't pay for a boat, you can help them finance it, and then they have to like pay you a certain amount of their profits or something.
Yeah, that would be like something if you're able to like find that through like a patron, but you guys are like tier 1 legalism. That's like tier 3 legalism.
Mm. Well, maybe we can just find some people looking for a vessel and like barter it for something.
Or we could just head to Urbeth and find out.
Well, I'm thinking if we're going to go further north, then maybe we can actually just hang on to this thing and ditch it at Morton.
Yeah,
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's do that.
it's been the plan the whole time.
Yeah. Then let's go east.
Just while we're here, I'll take that pearl from the barge inventory for identify.
When do I show up? Hello?
We're getting to that, Hayes. Settle down.
All right.
This is why you died in my mission, Gilbert.
Wait, did I just die?
What?
There you go.
All
That
right.
is off the sheet now, and you have it.
So, yeah. About 2 days passed as you all sail your way out of the Great Western Swamp, crossing the channel, and making it back to Urbeth. You can see, in addition to the usual fishing canoes that are about here, there appears to be this little dinghy that has made its way to the dock. Hayes, would you like to describe your character, Katsumoto?
Oh, yes. You see, Kasamoto. Very legendary, renowned, hill dwarf, samurai looking fighter man. Not actually a samurai, but he pretends to be. He's like a real Asian looking dwarf man. You know, he looks something like hold on here, I got this, right? Looks like this man right here. But just like very small, very tiny.
He's a dwarf.
This is just how I'm picturing the dinghy at the dock.
So what you're telling me, Hayes, we need to like make him more squat. Make him wider and shorter.
Some damage to be a bit, you know?
There's Asian dwarves, I'm sure.
That is effectively the idea there, Ruffles. Well, the party docks their boat, I assume.
Well, after seeing another person there, recommend, Pete, we steer the keel bolt in the other direction. I'm sorry, Romaine. That person looks kind of weird. Let's go over there. Ah, yes. Peace and quiet. So nice.
So what you're saying, Hayes, is your character looks kind of like this?
Yeah, kind of right there, guy right there. Yes, very nice. That.
Indeed. The boat keeps bumping up against the docks. Nobody tying it off. Nobody speaking. Nobody moving.
I did.
Just floats.
Do you think he knows what he's doing? Do you think he needs help with that?
No, I know how to do it. I have proficiency in nautical build things.
If you need to make a sandbank or something, I can help with that. Otherwise, I'm going to try to avoid conversation.
The party's barge continues to float, bumping up occasionally onto the docks.
And secure the boat.
Everybody is now, I'm suspecting, T-posing. Has EXE crashed?
I have secured the boat because I know how to do that.
Awesome, we're making progress.
Little by little.
My god, I'm gonna have to stop killing Underdark's characters.
Once we get the ship docked, then what do we do? Can we get to to go back up on shore? Find the little village.
Plausible destination.
Well,
We're at the village. We're at the village
at
docks.
the village, at the dock. I'm simply waiting for you guys to do literally anything.
Well, let's see if we can get new character.
We got new character.
Hayes,
Hayes is here.
Hayes, would you like to reintroduce your character?
We got what else is going on in this village?
Oh, if only there was a way for knowledge to retain over time. We've
I wasn't
been
paying
here
attention,
several
so tell me anyway.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm getting at.
And your point. It
You
doesn't
paid
matter.
attention
Just
even
tell me
just a little
again
bit.
and we'll both know. Just tell me again and we'll both know. You pestering me is not going to make me know it any faster. So.
Well, we're currently in a medieval Bronze Age village. The leadership is Tall Papa Dirk. And we've helped them in the past with the black lizard folk.
Whoa! Whoa!
Yes.
Man.
Whoa, Ruffles! Blackfin lizard folk tribe.
Yeah, the black lizard folks.
No,
Whoa.
Blackfin.
Whoa. He didn't say black lizard folk. It could be green. It just have black fins.
Indeed, so you guys have arrived here. I believe, as Pete put it, looking for adventurers and a cause.
I didn't say adventurers. I said brave, enterprising souls looking to undertake a dangerous voyage.
So we're looking for a voyage. We don't have a mission yet, unless we're going back to kill the dragon, which I'm down for.
Well, I think we all have our reasons for wanting to go to that place up north, and absent any other long-term goal that feels reasonably achievable, we could
Sounds
just
like a
go
plan.
that way and see what happens to us.
Hey, Underdark.
Mhm.
I'll let you introduce yourself whenever you want.
Okay.
Hello.
I'm picturing this as like the scene in.
Probably go to the tavern to recuperate, and that's where we'll meet everybody else.
Well, I was going to say, I'm picturing this as like the scene in Pirates of the Caribbean where they hire on the crew. Like, we're just going to wander around the docks and look for anybody stupid enough to come on board our very obviously home-built raft.
You know, it's funny that you mention that, because you can see two individuals that would seem to match that exact description.
Hello there.
I don't know, Dax. They look kind of shifty. You sure these are the guys?
You guys really gotta make me do the talking.
All right. So you see this elf walk up to you, leading a mule, and he kind of looks the guys up and down, and he's like, "So are you guys like Rurik and Sorella, Kitten?" He opens up a book, starts flipping through a little bit. Let's see, Nash, Romaine. There are some other names in there, but you guys know those guys? You look weird. They were described to me. Well, I am.
Different approaches to that question. Yep, that's me. Oh, who's asking?
So you ask, well, when you say who's asking, I said, well, I am.
And who's I?
Well, I assume you're you. But are you Rurik, is the question.
I'm me. Who are you?
Says.
Do you want to join our band or not?
I don't know. Are you the band I'm looking for? My patron said I'd find you here.
Can you play any instruments?
For a band? We play music.
We need a
band.
keyboardist.
Well, we lost our lead singer. It was a little gnome. He had this book here. If you want it, you can have it.
I take the book and I look at him like, right. I shove it in my backpack. Yeah. I look at. I've got like this like pseudo dragon on my shoulder, and I look at him like, yeah, these are the guys. Yeah, no one else would be this stupid. All right, I'm in. Turning back to you guys.
I feel I was just insulted.
Anyway, so I'm Intervin. This is Dax. I point at my shoulder, and this is my mule, Dog.
Wait,
Was
you
Cat
call your
taken?
mule dog?
No, it's Behold, it's my dog.
I named him after my childhood best friend, Jackass.
Well, then, may I ask you, what was your name again?
Intervin.
Intervin. Why us? Why are you
Because
looking for us?
my patron told me it was important that I meet up with you and go adventuring. Part of the deal I made. So here I am. And here you are. And so, since you're looking for people, I'll join up.
Sounds reasonable. Looks like your patron has a good head on his shoulders. We'll promote you. You're captain now.
Wonderful. I always have been suited to leadership. The pseudo-dragon begins laughing.
Up north. We're probably going to go up there and see what they got for trade and maybe some things to do. We've tapped out all the quest lines in this village.
That's that one river to the north, right? The only way in and out of this area?
Yeah.
Sounds like a
we're
plan.
on a river. There's another river right here.
I heard. What about me? Hello?
We tie his dinghy up to our boat and just shuffle him over to it.
Hello? Does this thing work? Hello?
What?
So who's the squat-looking mute?
Which one?
That one.
We can hear you.
And I point at, I'm just fucking around.
And then Underdark dispels silence.
Intervin, will your pseudo-dragon be able to interpret for him?
Yes. I look at Dax. Dax looks at me. Dax looks at Katsumoto. And he falls off my shoulder playing dead. Yeah, that's probably what's going to happen. So I suggest we bring him along as well.
I
little
have
bubble
so
around the party
many
for others,
questions
too.
about what happened in the last 5 minutes. I don't want any of them answered. Let's just get going.
We got new party members, and they're entertaining.
Can I see the boat? Like, do I see
Nope.
it?
Nope. It is
not.
60 feet long, and right in front of you, you cannot see it. It's invisible.
Oh, that reminds me of a very important matter. Did we name it?
No, we have not named the keelboat.
Hey there, you big folk. I see a little damaged, it looks damaged, maybe rusty piece of armor. I could fix that up there, eh?
Did you take smithing tools so you could fix the?
Yes.
you took smithing tools so you could fix the plate mail.
Yes.
All right. Well, yeah. Well, let's set you up a shop on the back of the ship here, and I'll start helping him build a somewhat fire resistant area using
All right, you took stoneworking tools, right, to build the massive stone ring, right?
I asked you about so you told me
I know.
I'll kill you.
I'm just teasing. Yes, you're able to set up your smithing tool. Wait, you own smithing tools?
Yes.
It's like 15 gold for a set, I think. They're
Didn't buy them
weirdly
when
cheap.
I got them.
smithing tools is not expensive. It's the anvil and workshop stuff that would actually be costly, but that would not be difficult to actually manufacture.
No,
With
sorry,
smithing
I'm
tools.
thinking of the cost of buying some of the other tools. Never mind.
Oh yeah, some of the other tools are ridiculously expensive, but no, smithing tools is cheap.
Neat. All right. Yeah, you're able to just set up shop on the back of the ship.
Yeah, getting a bunch of flat stones from the river, or something that's somewhat safe, and then grouting it. It'd probably take a day to do that, but we have time.
Well, in honor of another vessel that existed long ago in another place, I would like to call this boat the Ulterior Motives. There we go.
That is perfect. All
right.
You guys, though.
I second ulterior motives.
Wait, so am I fixing this up? Bam, bam, bam.
It will take time. We are currently building a shop for you to fix it up. It's not just going to be instantaneous, you hit it once with a hammer and it's suddenly in good condition.
What kind of armor is it for plate?
Plate mail.
Yeah.
Look, as long as it's not something I'll be looking at, and it's not something I'll set the boat on fire, I don't particularly care what you do in the back of the boat.
Yeah, it's going to take time to build a, smithing area, but if he's got smithing proficiency, might as well, because then he could start smithing up all the bronze tools we have. Or bronze weapons and repairing them for value.
Yeah, good luck. There's not much bronze left on them.
Speaking of which, is there some dock workers that we can fix the boat up with?
There are no dock workers. This is a tribal settlement, mister. They've got
Sure.
like fishermen and some
I'm
rudimentary
the dock
docks.
worker.
I could probably try my hand at it. I'm okay at that.
Well,
What's wrong with the boat?
I don't know. I don't know what needs to be fixed about it.
I wasn't aware that the boat was damaged.
It's not, but it's just a raft. I wanted to put some.
It's not a raft. It is a giant keelboat. It's 20 feet wide and 60 feet long of flat area.
Yeah, this has
A
been
barge.
converted into a makeshift like riverboat. I'm using the keelboat stats overall, but this is very much a riverboat.
Well, given that this was originally a raft, I don't imagine it actually has a keel.
No, it doesn't. Yeah, it's basically, a big slab of woods floating.
It does have a sail.
Yeah.
I'm imagining like two very long, like main structural members with a platform between them.
Pretty much, yeah. It's
Like a
essentially
catamaran?
a giant pontoon boat.
Yeah, a pontoon boat.
Yeah, that's basically what it is.
Yeah. Well, given its size, it would probably be a tri-barrel pontoon. Like there'd be one in the middle as well for the support.
Trimaran.
Not quite. Not yet. We're getting there.
Loading wood.
Oh, so it's just a pontoon, but with 3 pontoons. So it's a ponthreen.
Yep. A tri-toon?
No, a ponthreen. Instead of a pontoon, it's a ponthreen.
Ah. But yes, okay. The
Like you guys
ulterior
know those,
motives renamed.
You guys know those like Chinese boathouses?
Chinese boathouse. Oh, you mean the houseboats?
Houseboats, yeah. It's like that crossed with a catamaran, basically.
Okay.
Yeah, we got a canopy up in the front, sail in the middle, and now a blacksmith workshop going up in the back. Would these guys have, with the fact that we're in water, sufficient materials to make grout, sand, and limestone, etc.?
I don't know. Probably.
Right. Well, I go onto the boat with Dog and just begin writing in my book while just telling the party. All right. Well, I'm ready to go when you guys are.
Yeah, Gilbert. Essentially, the only material you'd need to make, like an improvised grout would be limestone. Everything else would be readily accessible. So as long as there's limestone around, we could make that.
Well,
just
I
takes
remember
time.
hearing that this area has cenotes in it, so it should be almost all limestone.
Yep. As long as there's prevalent limestone, we can make cement.
Yes.
All right, then we'll spend a day grouting up the back of the ship to make a blacksmithing area for the other little dwarf.
Is the raft damaged? Did I hear?
No, I don't know why that. I don't know how that came up.
Okay.
It's at full health. It never took any hits. Maybe a stray arrow, but
Oh no, there's an arrow sticking out of it.
Actually,
Structural
yes.
integrity has been compromised.
It has taken, I think, maybe 3 arrows.
-1 HP.
Yeah, but I wanted to modify it.
To what extent? How do you want to modify it?
To be honest, I'd save your modding ideas for if and when we have an actual boat.
All right.
Yeah, this is essentially just a big river barge. It's not exactly a vessel for long
This is
distance
like
travel at sea.
to get us upriver, and then we're gonna ditch it.
Yeah. Like I'm not, not pulling out all the stops, creating the forge in the back. I'm basically just getting flat riverstone and motoring between it so that it can't move around. Minimizing the amount of weight added to the craft, but also making a fire-resistant area so that Katsumoto can do his forging stuff in the back. The only issue will be probably is like the anvil side of things, because that's not, I don't think, included in the smithing tools, is it?
I believe the anvil is a separate item.
I was told everything I need to repair the armor is in the smith tools. That's what I was told.
Tools.
Smith's tool.
I mean, that is what the PHP says.
Yeah, to repair armor, to repair armor, yes. To create armor, probably not.
No, it can work ingots into useful items.
Oh.
It includes hammers, tongs, charcoal, rags, a whetstone. You can improvise. Honestly, you can improvise a forge out of just like a shallow depression in the dirt, and any log can serve as an anvil as long as you don't care about the longevity of it.
Yeah, like improvising blacksmithing, like actual workshop stuff wouldn't be that difficult to do. I just didn't know if the smithing tools came with an anvil or not, because that would be the only
It only weighs
long-term-
8 pounds, so if it has an anvil, it's a really shitty one. It's like hollow.
One of those cheap eBay. Yeah, that's one of those cheap eBay ones that's hollow.
It's more of an anvil-shaped object than a true anvil.
Yeah, it's got a little fold-out anvil that you can tuck away in there.
Collapsible anvil.
Yeah, it's just a stool.
Yeah, it's right next to on the list of useful things, right next to inflatable anchor.
Mm-hmm.
It's like an MDF.
Oh God.
Anvil. It's flat pack, so you can just like unpack it, like it snaps together.
All right, so yeah, that like I said, that would probably take a day, but as long as we have the materials in the barge, I can just work through travel. That's not an issue.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of pieces of metal and it goes together by like wood joining. Just like fit them together.
All right, well, is there anything more that we want to do in town here, or the village here? Oh, did you put the prayer book of Lord Bard in your inventory under? I'm deleting that from the ship's inventory then.
Mm-hmm.
How many rations do we have?
A lot.
Do we have any like?
Look at the sheet.
Is the bronze great axe at -2 decent enough to use as like a wood cutting axe?
Yeah, probably. I mean, it's just for felling a tree.
Felling a tree and splitting logs.
Alright. I don't suppose they would have any ingots we could buy from here, would they?
We have crates of bronze.
Yeah, we have tons of metal.
Yeah, we have crates of bronze, so he can use any, however much material he needs to repair all of those.
Alright. Well, that's all I can think of.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, other than stocking up on, good wood for forging, that'd be about the only thing that I could think of spending time in town here. Would they have wood stock that we could buy up? Like just firewood, essentially? Nice hardwood?
Yes.
All right. I don't know if that's a commonly purchased item.
Well, a 7-pound, 10-foot pole costs 5 copper.
So 7 pounds of wood for 5 copper.
I mean, assuming it's a wooden pole.
Yep. Probably use 20 pounds of wood a day. So 15 copper a day worth of wood. So let's just get a week's worth.
Sounds like a plan.
Buy what you feel is
Yeah,
necessary.
So just a gold worth. A gold's worth of wood would be about a week. All right.
Alright, well, if you guys are all ready, I just kind of point in a generally northern direction. Then I say we shove off and go towards that river you mentioned.
Sounds like a plan.
Let us away.
I think we have a plan.
Alrighty. So you guys are sailing upriver. So it's gonna be a.
Well, we're sailing north. Won't reach the river right away, I don't think.
Yep, just gotta do the math.
I love our solution for
So it looks like
black
it'll take you
wood
guys
with
about the
10-foot
better
poles.
part of 4 days to reach Morton.
Oh, that might be enough
Okay.
time for him to have that plate mail repaired. How much time does it take to repair that?
It's not time based. It's a check based.
Oh,
I'll say like a day's work for each check, and it's a -2 suit of plate.
Yep.
So at quickest, it would take 2 days to fully repair the armor.
okay. So yeah. So with 4 days, he'll, as long as he rolls good on the checks.
All right, you guys start sailing. Just following the coast.
I think so.
See no reason to deviate.
Indeed.
Yes.
Alrighty, so you guys begin sailing, and as you reach we'll say about noon, probably close to 2 actually, of the first day of travel, following the coast north, you guys begin to approach a series of kind of islands sticking out. Are you guys sailing between or around?
It could be dangerous shoals in between. Let's go around.
Sounds good to me.
I agree.
We're not in terrible danger of running aground since this is a raft, but still good to avoid that.
We're also not in any terrible hurry.
No.
No sense of
Unless
urgency.
I see something that makes it look like it might be worth stopping there, I don't see any reason to go through there.
Well,
I can take a
give me
look at it as we sail
perception check.
past.
Yeah, why don't you do that?
All right. Do I get any elevation advantage for sitting up on the mast?
No, it'll simply affect the results.
Okay, doke.
All right, yeah. So you can see, kind of partly submerged between a number of these small islands towards the center of the cluster, what look to be sunken ruins.
Ah, well, I believe
Like a
somebody
structure?
did mention ruins.
They're dead now, but we can still check them out.
Well, if they were alive, they wouldn't
Mhm.
be ruins, would they?
Good point. Yeah, we can just park on one of the islands and walk across and see if we can swim out to it. No point in trying to take the boat out there and possibly lose it.
Alrighty.
You said they're completely submerged, like they're not visible above
No,
water at all?
There are ruins that are sticking out above the water. That's how you were able to see it at all.
Ah,
But
okay.
they are sunken.
Ah, okay. So it's not, hold your breath and swim. It's more of trotting through depth of water.
It's more like some structure is above water, most structure is below.
Well, I think we'll head that way.
Indeed. I turn to the pseudo dragon on my shoulder. Hey, Dax, would you mind flying up there and getting us an aerial survey? And Dax will fly up above, and one of his abilities is he can communicate images telepathically. So he can just give me like a map of the area that he's seeing.
Alrighty, yeah. He flies over. Have him give me a perception check.
Is this based on sight, hearing, or smell?
Sight.
Okay. He's advantage on all perception checks that rely on sight, hearing, or smell.
What other kind of perception checks are there?
I suppose tactile.
Yeah,
listening. Sound.
Listening, yeah. Oh no, hearing. That'd be hearing. But yeah,
true.
there's tactile, feeling, and then there's taste. There's also one more, and I'm forgetting the term for it.
Balance sense.
The one
Yes.
that determine his equilibrium.
No, where you know where your limbs are relative to yourself. Proprioception. That's what it is.
There's actually even more beyond that. There's also your sense of momentum and.
Yeah, I kind of lump all that in under proprioception.
Your sense of hunger.
Yeah, Dax isn't hungry.
Humans are also able to sense magnetic fields. We're just really bad at it.
It needs to be a really powerful magnetic field.
Yeah.
We can sense.
I have a headache.
Well, you have a headache, and then you get nauseous and throw up.
Yes, this magnetic field is pulling the iron out of my blood. I think there's a magnet nearby.
Anyway, 15. If it helps, he has 60 feet of dark vision.
That does help a bit. Alrighty, yeah. So he's flying overhead. And yeah, it kind of just general glance, it looks like this used to be some kind of temple with a large courtyard. Before, collapsing and flooding.
Alright, I guess Dax comes back, and I just tell everyone, well, Dax says that there's, it looks like it's some type of sunken temple, there's a large courtyard and a structure around it.
Sounds like a good time.
Based on that, where would I expect most of the loot to be?
Probably in the temple.
The whole structure is a temple, though. You said. I meant where? Is there a keep? Is there a big obvious here is the keep or the enclave or what, or the goddamn, I'm forgetting my terms. The nave of the temple.
Yeah. So in this kind of, I think the best way to describe it would be like a pagoda-looking temple. If they've got any good loot that's still there, it's likely going to be in the back underneath the altar. So, far end of the central chamber below the altar.
Okay. And is there water access to where we can just get the raft right there?
The raft would be about let's see. Okay, so it's collapsed in slightly above the dome, you can see part of the dome jutting out of the water, which is then collapsed inward at its apex. The water's equal level with this start of the dome forming, approximately.
In this area that you're talking about with the altar and all that's inside the dome.
Correct.
Okay. So no, not really. We can't. The raft can't really get closer than where it already is.
We could probably get closer, but not by.
There's no significantly better position to put the raft in, given an overhead survey.
That sounds right.
Okay.
I suppose if you guys don't want to get wet, you could get the boat over to the courtyard area.
Oh, we could do that. We don't have to go as far.
Makes sense to me. Did Dax see any movement inside? Creatures, whatnot, things like that?
He did not.
Okay. Well, I turned to our Marine. Well, Mr. Whatever your name is, Nash, I think it is. Mr. Nash, take us in.
Roger. I guide the boat into where it needs to go.
And I will actually take the boat there.
That's what I'm doing because I know how to do it. I have proficiency in land vehicle, water vehicle.
Alrighty. You go to take it in. Navigating up, and the riverboat comes to a stop near the base of the dome.
Is there a place to lash it off to?
We have 4 anchors.
Okay.
And I
Technically, don't need a dock.
Yeah, and
We
I
are the
just
dock.
transfer Dax to Dog, and be like, all right, Dax, keep Dog safe and watch the raft while we're looting the place. And so now there's this, on our raft, there's this donkey, and on the back of the donkey is just a pseudo-dragon sitting there.
Sounds cheery.
Right, so is there a obvious entry point, like way to get in?
Yes,
That's what
the
I'm looking
hull
for.
of the dome.
Ah. How high up is that?
Hold on, give me 1 second.
Ah. The hole in the dome makes more sense now.
Yep.
Right, but how high up is it? Like, how high up above the water is the lip?
Right. Let's see. So the lip of the dome would be about 7 feet.
Oh, okay. So we don't need like rope or anything to get up there. We can just walk.
Yeah, just scramble on up there.
Yeah.
I say we lay anchor and see what's in there.
I agree.
Well, let's go.
And we go.
Alrighty. Yeah, you guys scramble up the side. Trampling bits of vegetation and alrighty. Yeah, so you guys scramble up there.
And I point towards the altar. I'm like, right, well, that's probably where most of the loot is.
Indeed. You can see on top of the altar, kind of below the waves, looks to be a, at this point, rather tarnished bronze idol of what looks to be a big shell.
Okay. Is there any religious significance to that type of idol there and whatnot?
Give me a religion check. That shell, in stylization, is typically associated with Alapos, a deity of knowledge.
Oh, handy.
Generally considered to be, well, very specifically, it's Alapos, the evil god of lore.
Ooh, I like lore.
Some denominations consider Alapos more chaotic than evil, but
There we go.
general consensus is that he's evil.
Is this who Lorbard worshipped?
Probably.
Lord Bard was the worship. Erebus was the... What was he? Acolyte. He was the worshipper.
He was more of a chaplain, but yeah. All right, how far is it to the thingy?
The thingy?
The idol?
Yeah.
Thing we came here for?
Probably have to swim about 35 feet.
Without getting like off the top of the dome, like just walking around that outer lip, is it possible to get within 30 feet of it?
No. No, it would. Let's see. So there's like 7 feet between the water and you guys, and then it's another like 35 feet there. It's like a total of 45 feet. To get
Oh,
to
and
it.
it's like right in the center of this dome?
Right.
How far
Well,
across
center
is the-
slightly to the back.
How far across is the opening in the top of the dome?
About 20 feet-ish. It's not a perfect hole.
Well, I mean that's more than short enough to span a couple of pieces of rope with a guy. Just do a Mission Impossible style entry.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. I mean, we have enough people with, reasonable strength scores, myself not included.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
much for physical activities.
Well, you're the one that's going to be tied to the rope in the middle.
Uh-huh.
So, well, we need probably 3 anchor points just to be safe. Have 3 guys with rope, and we can lower you. We have no shortage of rope. You only need probably, 100 feet, maybe?
I mean,
We just got to get you close, right?
yeah, it's got to basically just get me over the thing so that I'm within 30 feet of it. I can
Okay,
take care of the rest from there.
Romaine, what's your strength roll?
Not good.
Oh, not great. Okay. Kitten, what's your strength roll? I know Sorella's good this way. I'm not gonna bother asking you. You got strength all day.
16.
16? Okay, so you're decent enough. Then Nash, do you have a good strength, or you dump that?
14.
Okay. And then Katsumoto, what is your strength? Hazel?
Funny.
20?
Yeah.
2-0?
My
Nice.
what?
Your strength. Okay.
A strong dwarf man.
Okay,
Very
so
nice.
Katsumoto, Kitten, and Sorella, we'll just use them as anchor points and tie Intervin across that and lower him down.
No. You're not going to lower me down. You're just going to suspend me over the middle so that I'm within, 10 feet of the thing.
Oh, right. Yeah.
You don't have to lower me down. Lowering me down probably bad. Don't do that.
Okay.
Wait, so 10 feet of the thing would put you underwater.
No. We're just
so
gonna go across the top
Gilbert,
of the
so look at your diagram, right?
Right?
So there's going to be a couple guys on the left side of that opening and a couple guys on the right side of that opening. Between them, they're going to be holding a rope, and I'm going to be in the middle of that rope above the idol.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
And they're tying me to the rope, around my waist and legs, leaving my upper body free, so I can do somatic components and stuff. And that way, I don't have to worry about my weak arms dropping me into the drink. And then we can use that to maneuver me within 30 feet of the thing.
Right.
Once I'm within 30 feet of the thing, I will do a detect magic ritual first.
Maybe something like that from the top down.
They're making it more complicated. I was just going to have two guys, a straight piece of rope, but whatever.
Well, third one's for stability.
Yeah, stability, schmability.
All right.
You got a bunch of strong guys and a lot of
lower
rope.
right down to above the water surface.
No. I'm not lowering down a single foot. Straight across.
Keeping the ropes taut.
Okay, but you said when you are 30 feet away, you want to be able to detect magic.
You said it was 7 feet down and 35 feet to the center. So if I'm directly over it, it should only be 7 feet away from me.
How deep is the water then? Because that was not made clear.
The water is 35 feet deep.
What's the diameter of the opening?
About, let's see, diameter?
Yes.
Probably about 25 feet.
Okay. So that's a lot different than what you said before.
Yeah, I didn't get the depth of water. I only heard the 7.
You made it sound like the idol was at the top surface of the water, 7 feet down, 35 feet away, so there was a 70-foot diameter opening.
No. This is... There is
Tall,
a
skinny cylinder.
distance
Yep,
of
we got it.
7 feet.
Yeah. I got it. It's a lot.
Okay.
I got it now. All right. So new plan. We're not suspending me over the middle. We're just gonna basically make a loop for me to stand in, like one of those one of those rescue helicopter things, and a bunch of people are just gonna lower me down to just till I get within 30 feet of the idol.
Oh, you mean
Yeah,
like dramatic villain exit helicopter?
Exactly.
Yeah, you have to go underwater, but it won't be, that much. So you might want to take anything that'll, get damaged if it gets wet off.
We should send one of the strong people who can swim well.
Just pull me up if shit hits the fan. Because I
yeah,
don't want to touch the thing till we have a general idea of what we're getting into. So yeah, I'll do a detect magic ritual above the water, right with my feet at the water, and then they can lower me down like a tea bag, until I can see something down there.
A quick concern: do you have armor?
No, I'm unarmored.
Do you want mage armor?
Mage armor is a casting range of self.
It's a range of touch, isn't it?
Range of touch.
It is a range of touch. Oh, okay. Yes, you could mage armor me.
Right. I will mage armor Intervin.
Cool. My AC is now 11.
Your dexterity is 6.
Yes.
Nice.
He loves building Mimi characters.
Old.
I love it too.
My physical
love it
traits.
too.
I have a 6 in strength and dex.
Jeez.
You
Wait,
didn't
wait,
dump
wait.
con
No-
this time.
I did not dump con this time.
Doesn't Mage Armor set it to 13 plus
No,
Dex
it just
mod?
says
Plus it's
can't be
13
less
plus my dex mod, so 13 minus 2. I have an AC of 11 now. It's a plus 2 buff to my current AC.
than- Nice.
I thought it platformed it. Okay, good to know.
Just changes the base calculation.
Hmm.
Because normally it's 10 plus your dex mod. So now it's 13.
I think it's bark skin or something where your AC can't be less than 16.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Alrighty.
There's another spell that's better for terrible dex characters, but
Yeah, so you're partly submerged in water.
Okay.
Yes.
So
It's
hold on.
plus one suit of stuff in leather.
When I'm at the surface of the water before I submerge, I do the detect magic ritual. Do I detect anything at that point? This is before I get dunked. This is like I'm just being suspended a little bit.
Right.
Like my feet are just barely lapping the water.
You detect nothing but the usual kind of background radiation magic.
Okay. All right, guys. Looks clear so far. Lower me down a bit.
alright, we'll lower 'em.
I'm holding my breath, obviously.
Alrighty, yeah. You go into the water, and as at the very edge of that detect magic radius, you initially detect nothing, and then you do detect something as you get a little lower in the water. You're now, like, your head would just be below the surface now, probably 2-3 feet. You can detect that there is magic inside of the shell.
Any particular school?
No. Does it also detect consecrated desecrated?
No.
Okay. Yep, you just detect a ambiguous magic inside of it.
Okay. As they lower me down so that I can eventually scan the entirety, like to the minimum depth necessary to scan the entirety of the cylinder, do I detect anything else? Any other magic?
Yes. As it comes into range, the altar that the idol is resting atop is registering transmutation magic.
Of course it is.
Or I should rephrase that. The part of the platform holding the idol, like right below it, is transmutation magic. The rest of it's fine. Like just the surface it rests on is transmutation.
Mm-hmm. All right. I then give the rope 2 tugs to get me up, to pull me up.
And we'll pull them up.
All right. Once I'm up above, I let the party know, there's some magic in the seashell. The altar it's resting on is transmutive magic that's separate from the seashell magic. Probably a trap. So, what I'm thinking is I use Mage Hand to grab it, and then we haul ass.
How big is this thing?
How big's the seashell?
Roughly the size of a man's torso.
Does it look like it would weigh more than 10 pounds?
If it's solid bronze, yes.
All right, new plan. We make 2 ropes. Yeah, we make rope, one of which is just like a hangman's noose. We lower it down with the noose nice and wide, with using my mage hand to steady it, and then we use the mage hand to tighten it up on the idle, and then you pull us both out of there.
Why would couldn't the mage hand do? Oh, I suppose you're going to be in 30 feet of it, don't you?
I need to be within 30 feet of it, and it can't apply more than 10 pounds of force. So if it weighs more than 10 pounds, it wouldn't be able just to straight up lift it. But that doesn't mean it can't do something like slide a hangman's noose not down to the object, and then you guys can haul it up. Sound like a plan?
Seems reasonable.
All right. I cast Mage Hand because it lasts a minute, and I can just use an action. That way I don't have to use the vocal component of Mage Hand underwater. All right, lower me down.
And we will.
Yeah. So they lower me down like 10 feet, along with the rope with the noose knot. Because I assume we just have enough rope that's not a problem.
We are currently sitting on a lot of rope.
Yeah. I just kind of use the Mage Hand, direct it so that the noose is kind of loosely on the idol, and then use the Mage Hand to just... Because I assume they're holding the end of the rope relatively taut, so it can just slide the knot down to the idol. Any problems with that so far?
So far, no.
All right.
I'm guessing you're just trying to like loop this noose between the shell's mass itself and like some of the, what do you even call them? Like the spikes that would come off of a shell?
The spines?
Spines, yeah.
Yeah. Basically, I'm just trying to get it so that this rope is secure enough that it could be hauled straight up out of the water with the rope.
Yeah, easy enough.
Okay. I then tug on my rope twice to pull me up, so I'm not in the water when we pull up the treasure rope. And then once I'm clear up on top, assuming nothing has changed, I tell the strong people to lift the idol out.
And we will.
All right. You guys begin lifting the idol out. And as it lifts off the pedestal, you see a flash of light from below. And the shell, maintaining its appearance, begins to sprout what look to be bronze tendrils. Begins kind of thrashing about.
Shoot it now! I assume we're rolling for initiative at this point.
We're rolling for a niche.
Yay!
Now, does it start restrained because we basically tied a rope around it?
Yes.
Alright, Slashbot died.
May it rest in pieces with its mediocrely average rolls.
Bangbot for life.
It was actually pretty well balanced. I liked Slashbot.
Yeah, but
Bangbot
Gilbert,
for life.
with Slashbot, I didn't have to hold shift for exactly one button.
Bangbot for life.
There's nothing stopping you from, using some program to rebind a random key to bang. A custom key map.
It's gonna take me like 4 months to remember that I ever did that.
All right, Rurik.
Well, I would like to aim at this thing and shoot it.
Alrighty. Yes.
Well, I think that hits.
Yeah, that does some damage. It doesn't
appear
seem
effective.
It
Okay.
doesn't appear as effective as it would if that was a flesh and blood being, but it definitely looks like it hit for some stuff.
Understandable. All right. Well, I'd like to move somewhere else after shooting something with reach. Just away from the edge. Be a good idea. That'll be it.
All right. Intervene.
I'm gonna cast Mind Sliver at it, and I need it to make an intelligence saving throw.
Is this against psychic damage?
Yes.
The spell would have no effect.
There isn't an effect if it fails that isn't damage.
Ah, okay. Wisdom?
Intelligence.
Okay.
That passes. No effect. I would suggest not pulling it up. Just leave it at the end of the rope and let's just shoot it like a fish in a barrel. And then that's it for me.
Alrighty. Kitten?
No, cat.
Oh, Katsumoto. Katsumoto.
Name's not Cat. Katsumoto. What are you doing?
We're fighting something.
Okay.
Just
Whack
jump in there and go whack it in melee.
Whack it. Am I?
Samurai dwarf fights squid in water.
Am I? Water?
Yes.
Yes. The party has dangling at the end of a rope an animated bronze, nautilus.
Huh? I don't know what that is.
Think a shrimp with like a conch shell.
Think a conch shell, like a spiraled shell, but with tentacles coming out of it.
Alright, I want to whack it.
Okay, you jump into the water.
Okay.
All right.
Whack
Swim
it.
up to it.
Huh?
What?
Yeah, that's a good
Whack it.
depiction.
Okay. Make your attack roll. This here is a nautilus, but just picture a little spinier.
Okay. Does it say what my Oh, here we go. Wait, is there anyone else in the water?
No.
You were the first one to go.
Oh, okay. Alright, whack it. Let's see.
A little spinier?
Actually, do I get... I don't
Yes.
get that.
Yes,
I only
Pete.
get this,
That is literally the image I use for it.
Oh,
whack.
my star.
Did I
Actually
hit
use
it?
as a water type for one of my playthroughs.
How much movement did it take to get in here?
All of it.
Oh, okay.
But it's made of bronze. That means it's a shiny on the star. We have to capture it.
I knew
All
someone
right,
would
you
get
go
my
get the
reference.
Pokeball from the ship.
Although we did tie it up. So maybe we've already captured it?
No, you're just using constrict.
Alright.
All right. Anything else, Katsumoto?
Uh, hmm. No.
Okay. This thing. Well, it's gonna try to whip the shit out of Katsumoto.
Disadvantage because of restraint.
Yep.
Nice.
That's gonna help a lot.
13, 8, 14, 22. Do any of those hit?
22.
All right. You take 9 points of bludgeoning damage as you get whipped by a tentacle.
Heavy armor master.
You take 6 points of bludgeoning damage as you are whipped by a tentacle.
I'm badass.
Okay. You are now grappled and restrained by the tentacle. It is currently choking the shit out of you. Well, it's attempting to. Nash?
Nash draws his knife. Bonus action range. Jump into the water and stab the creature.
All right, you run down there and try to shank the bronze nautilus.
Yeah, more like shuck the bronze nautilus.
Ooh,
You know, like an oyster.
yeah, brass
Huh.
dinner.
No.
Unfortunately, I fail.
It's restrained, right?
That's all right. I'm good.
You
Shouldn't you have
should
advantage?
try rolling again, because it's restrained.
Ten points of piercing damage.
Alrighty.
I jabbed through his shell.
It does not appear particularly effective, but yeah, you did some damage.
Okay. That's all I can do.
It is now bloodied. Mm-hmm. Alrighty. And Kitten?
I don't feel like going down, so I'm just gonna chuck a javelin.
No.
Gonna say, bro, you rolling that one, I got hit with a javelin, I'm coming out of that water hot.
You'd have to double that one.
Anything else?
No, I'm still traumatized from that dragon. That's why I missed.
Romaine.
It's bloodied now.
Yes.
And Nash is down there trying to pry it open with a knife.
Yes.
Alright. How long of a drop is it, like, on top of this shell?
It's like 30 feet. Wait,
30
hold on.
feet?
You guys pulled it up like a shitload. It. What the fuck did I put that note? It's 15 feet down.
Okay, but it's suspended from a rope, because we pulled it up?
Yes.
Okay, then rather than jumping down, I will slide down the rope. Let's see here. Yeah, I'll slide down the rope until I'm on top of it. Bonus action, shillelagh, and hit it with a stick. I should have advantage because it's restrained, right?
Yes.
Good thing I had advantage. Nine magical bludgeoning damage right into that shell.
Bonk.
And that's it.
Wait, magical?
Magical.
Ah, looks like it did full bonk.
Excellent.
Sorella?
Chill touch. Still restrained.
Yes.
23 to hit.
Indeed, that hit.
2 necrotic damage. Can't regenerate health until start of my next turn.
All right.
It's not undead, probably. Alright, that's it for me.
Rorik.
Well, I'd like to shoot and shoot again. Ah, so close. All right. 14 piercing,
Alrighty.
and I'd like to take 2 steps back.
All right. Intervene.
I will shoot it with a ray of frost then.
Yes.
So 5 cold damage and -10 to its speed.
-10. Which, because it's restrained, set to 0.
Mm-hmm.
Which means it moves in reverse.
Anything else?
Nope, that's it for me.
Katsumoto?
Oh, this is Kasumoto. I still being tentacle raped?
Yes.
Want to get free of tentacle rape?
All right. Are you going to try to cut the tentacle off, kill the creature, or escape the grip? Yeah, choice paralysis. My ultimate weapon.
I think I tried just escape its grip.
Okay.
Strong man, dwarf.
Cool. Okay. Give me a strength athletics check, if you will.
What does strength athletics check mean?
It's a skill check.
It's athletics.
Yes.
Yes.
Using your strength.
Win. Ruse, I'm a winner.
In fact, that does pass its save. Well, it's DC.
Like I said, I'm a wiener.
No objections.
Alright, so does what now?
Well, it was your action. Do you have anything else you can do?
No.
All right. This thing. Well, it's got some more people who've swum down to it. 2 at Nash, 2 at Romaine. Uh, 7 and 8 Definitely miss Nash. Does 14-15 hit Romaine?
Nope, they both miss.
It flails its tentacles around angrily and violently, achieving nothing.
Yeah, that's what disadvantage will do to you.
Nash?
I attack.
Bold. Let's see how that plays out.
Do I still get advantage?
Yes. Yes, that hits.
Nine points of piercing damage. Damn it, I'm sorry.
All right.
And that's it.
Kitten?
I pull out another javelin and throw it.
All right. No.
Plunks into the water.
Alrighty. Romaine.
I am gonna keep smacking it with my stick. Actually, wait, how's it looking? Like bloodied or badly bloodied?
Bloodied.
I better do the safe thing then. I'm going to turn into a bear directly on top of it.
Okay.
Let's see here. Bear. That's not bad. Alright, there we go. Oh. Both hits.
Yeah, those both hit. These attacks magical?
These are not magical, however, they deal a combination of 19 slashing and piercing.
Alrighty. Yeah, it's not looking great. Sarala?
I'll just shoot it again, because that worked last time, and I don't have a lot of other stuff.
Alrighty.
Wait, is it still restrained?
Yes.
I should probably do that with advantage then. Alright, that one hurts a bit more. What is D8 or D6? 11 necrotic. That's my turn.
Yep. It is hanging on by a thread. Rourke.
I'd like to sever the thread.
Hey, I'm hanging on by that too.
Well, the life thread, not the thread.
Oh, yeah.
If somebody's got to go
sensible.
down and retrieve the treasure down below anyway, so. Oh, look at that! I missed.
Indeed. Intervene?
I shoot it with a ray of frost. 18 hit it.
Mm-hmm.
One more cold damage, minus 10 speed.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Katsumoto?
This Katsumoto, I'm free.
Yes.
I'm free to do what I want at any old time.
Not
Whack.
true.
Whack it. Whack.
No.
Okay. Yes. Yes.
This thing. It's gonna try to strangle the living shit out of the gnome. Or out of Nash. Does a 19 hit you, Nash?
A 19 will hit me, yes.
10 bludgeoning? You're grappled and restrained.
Okie dokie. I'm not
Your
planning
move.
on going anywhere anyway. We're just going to fight and
Yep, your move.
I'm going to stab him.
Flat roll. Yeah, it hits.
Ten more points piercing.
That is enough to push it over the edge and kill it. The statue goes back to being inanimate, its tentacles retracting into the shell.
Hey, cool. Well, let's get up here.
Oh, hey, you found the
Resume reeling. Resume reeling the crank.
I'll get off the thing so you'll have an easier time.
You
Oh,
just
in
climb
fact,
back up.
I'll help you for the next few minutes because I am now very strong.
Bring my javelin back.
And then after that, I can't help anymore.
Alrighty. Well, you have it up top.
Cool statue. Let's get it loaded onto the boat.
Yep, and loaded onto the boat. Probably should call it a barge so we stop thinking of it as a boat.
Barge, boat, whatever.
Boat barge. Bull
Shit in
plate,
your hot
same
Michael.
thing.
It's a galleon.
It's a pimp ship.
All right.
So, detect magic
uh,
lasts 10 minutes. I don't think it took 10 minutes. Is there any magic still in it?
Yes.
Neat. I'd like to start fiddling with it.
Alright.
Once it's on the barge.
Alright, you're on the barge. You're fiddling with it.
Like the magic's inside the statue?
Yes.
I mean, if it's magical, do you want to take an hour to blind identify it?
Yeah, it's a shame no one has a pearl that I can use to identify it with.
Hey, maybe there's a pearl in there. It is a
Yeah,
shell.
maybe.
I do
We have
a
your pearl.
You do have a pearl?
Yeah,
Yes.
remember we fished for one.
I never went fishing in my life.
We have someone else's pearl.
I'm okay with using that pearl.
I'll cast Identify on it.
Oh, you know identify. Yeah, sure, you can identify it.
You also have... do you use a spell book?
I use many
Well,
books.
I'm too tired to ask questions right now. I'll ask something later, or I'll forget. One of the two.
Hey, whatever works. Anyway, so you can. I hand it to you, and you can do the identify.
Gilbert, I wish to identify.
Alright, you identify the shell. It is a bronze shell.
Wasn't it the statue was magical?
No, it's something inside of it.
Well, it looks like the shell itself isn't magical. It's just whatever's in the middle.
I think this will require a hammer.
No, try shaking it. Maybe we can roll it out.
Crack this walnut open then.
Hold on. I'd like to examine the shell to see if there's like a bung or something that can be removed from it to access the inside without breaking it. Like a secret compartment access or something.
Means
Give
of
me an
gaining
investigation check.
Get the hammer, the heavy hammer.
So you look over it. Yeah, there's an opening in this. Located kind of at the center mass of the tentacles that retracted in.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like if you were to stick your hand in there, you'd be able to reach into the inside.
Okay, I stick my mage hand in there and, pull out the thing.
Okay. You stick your hand in there, it navigates its way up. You think if you were using your arm, you'd be sticking your arm in all the way up to the elbow. And reach in and pull out a scroll tube.
Ooh. Is Detect Magic able to... I'll do a Detect Magic ritual. Does it tell me what school is inside there now?
It does not.
Okay.
Mystery magic tube of magic, yay!
Scroll of no school.
Indeed. So, Mage Hand is going to take the scroll tube, float it off 30 feet away from the barge, and pop the top.
Monday night's DM casts Paranoia on Saturday night's DM.
I know what it is. It must be a scroll of Ice Storm, because it's a scroll of no school.
Nice.
You pop the top.
Uh-huh. Anything happen?
A colossal plume of bubbles sprays out.
Interesting.
You still detect the magic inside.
Uh-huh. So, has it stopped spewing bubbles?
Nah, it's still spewing.
I give it like a minute. Like, does it ever stop?
After a minute, it stops.
Okay.
And then it starts up again.
Son of a bitch.
So the Pokemon knows bubblegum, huh?
Until eventually it steadily,
Starts spurting out.
Yeah, then starts
Bubble
spurting.
beam is out of PP.
Yeah. Alright. I then float it back over and look inside.
There is a scroll.
Okay. I recast Mage Hand to reset the timer for it. And while I hold the Mage Scroll, I use Mage Hand to extract the scroll and fly it over 30 feet away from the barge.
Okay.
Ah, good old Mage Hand.
Anything untoward happen when this occurs?
No.
Alright, Mage Hand unfurls the scroll.
Uh-huh.
Anything untoward happen?
Do you consider words to be untoward?
No.
Then no, nothing untoward happens.
Okay. Let's see, 30 feet's a hell of a way. Alright,
Yeah, I left my opera glasses at home.
Right, anybody got a spyglass?
Not yet.
No? Okay, I float it over to me and see what it says.
If you give me half a day and some sand, I can improvise one.
I float it over and see what it
We'll
says.
just grind some lenses real quick.
Alrighty. You pull this closer, and what you see on almost like a gold leaf vellum is an incredibly finely detailed magic scroll.
Okay.
And when I say fine detail, I mean, like, in order to read this, you might need some aid.
Oh, even up
Small print.
Definitely a demon contract.
Well,
Nope. It's one page, right?
What?
How many pages? It's just one page, right?
You know, I'm glad you asked that question. Because it shifts as you look at it.
That's fine. Is it just one page?
It is a single sheet of paper.
Excellent. I do a comprehend language ritual. So, things to keep in mind about this. You also understand any written language you can see. I can see this. It's really tiny, but I can see it. But you must be touching the surface on which the words are written. It takes 1 minute to read one page of text. So I now know what it says. I know the literal meaning of the words.
That is hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's in super fine print. Still read it in a minute.
Yep, it's super fine print. You can see it.
But it's shifting.
Remember what I said about shifting?
Yes.
It's in all caps.
Give me an int save really quick.
Okay.
Touch it, do that.
Why the fuck does this keep happening to your characters, Under?
Fuck if I know.
You start drooling. Your mind feels overloaded.
Dude, he has a wizard as his profile picture. You think he's not going to jump at the chance for forbidden knowledge?
He just did the equivalent of reading something instantaneously because he can look at it.
Yeah, again,
And it
wizard.
shifts as you look at it.
Uh-huh.
Ooh, like weird, mysterious, knowledge-based artifact that'll probably give me brain damage. Sign me up.
Yes. And he read it the best way he could have.
All at once.
Alright. Underdark, let's see here. This should be just roll me a D60. Alright.
60 damage.
Yeah, you're confused for 59 minutes.
Oh, that's not so bad.
I had that problem with books. Just keep reading, you'll get less confused. I'm sure it'll eventually start to make sense.
Yeah, so I just sit there at the scroll looking at it, drooling for 59 minutes.
Well, do we want to hang out on the boat for an hour? I could use a short rest.
Yeah, we could. You guys could do that. I want to go down and see if there's any more valuables in that cave. Or that ruin, sorry. Because, this is the only thing that he's seen with Detect Magic, but there could be, normal valuables.
Well, isn't it all water past where we were?
Yeah.
You're gonna swim down there?
Yeah, it's just a matter of swimming down there with a rope if somebody wanted to, just pull me up every once in a while.
Well, it's all ruined, so there's gotta be like
I'll keep an eye on you when you go down there.
Gotta be something you can tie yourself off on.
I love this. Underdark identifies an object, gets brain fucked by it, and the rest of the party swims down into a deep water hole in order to take the loot.
Oh, we finally made it to the beach episode.
I mean, I'm on the barge. It's not like they're going to leave me behind.
Hey, do you want to go in the water?
Yeah, it's not like
I'm
all
gonna
of
leave
us
for a
are
bit.
swimming down there.
I was
probably
referencing the cenote again.
Ah.
I just had this
Oh,
moment.
right.
I feel like I've been here
Who's
before.
staying on the barge? Who's the water team and who's the barge team?
Yeah, it's probably good to know.
Pokemon again.
All right.
I'll stay on the
Or
barge.
if you want to take a short rest until he stops drooling.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay on the barge.
Yeah, we'll stay on the barge then. Let's all do that. We don't want to get Down there's bad things.
I don't care.
Yeah, well, see, I don't want to swim down there and have to save you, though. So why don't you just
That's
wait?
what the rope is
We go
for.
down there.
I'm tying off. It's not like I'm just gonna, jump down there willy nilly without anything to, let you guys retrieve my corpse.
If you want to
Alright.
go down, just like tie a rope around your waist or something, start tugging it if you need to get pulled
Yeah.
up.
I was gonna say, not everybody needs to take a short rest.
Well, anybody who does take a short rest, if you do it along with me, then you regain 1. Like for each hit die you spend, add 1 to your con modifier,
What does that mean?
and you also get an additional D8 on top of that.
Whatever your plus is after the dice, you're getting an additional 1 to that.
We haven't rested yet?
We're thinking of doing a short rest.
Okay,
I want
before
to.
we do, I'm a second wind.
No, save that for combat. Don't use your second wind right now.
But it's if we're gonna short rest, it's
He gets
recovered.
Yeah, he
Oh,
gets
right,
back
you
on a
comes
short
back in a
rest.
short rest. Yeah, no, do that.
Alright, I am fully ready for this.
No, don't do
Okay,
it.
so
Embrace
who's
your
all taking a short
demise.
rest?
Me.
Yep. Colonel Nash, Romaine,
I now rest I must.
Katsumoto,
I don't
obviously
actually need
Intraman.
any healing. I just want my wild shape back.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
I don't get anything back on a short rest.
All right, and who is holding my rope?
I will.
All right.
I think I'm tied for second strongest in the party.
Then Kitten, where do you want to be?
I suppose I can join you. If there's a fight, keep us alive long enough to fall back.
All right. I think that did I miss anybody? I think there's 7 of us, right? Yeah. All right. There's your teams. I mean, it's not going to take me long to dive down and look around. All I'm doing is just seeing what I see in that immediate area and then going back up.
Yeah, but you never know when like a room full of skeletons will explode and they'll all attack us.
Yeah. Reasonable.
I'm gonna go down with the dive team.
You don't need a short rest? I thought you took damage.
No, I took 5 points. I mean,
Okay, I can move you. Are you going
All right.
to swim down, or are you just going to stay on the edge?
it depends. If you take in some,
I
you
will.
want me to
I will.
go with
Okay.
you or no?
Okay. For simplicity, either you're on the dive team or you're on the short rest team.
I'll be on the dive team.
All right. So, dive team. You go diving.
Yep.
During that hour, you find nothing else of value other than, like, 6 scroll tubes that don't have damaged contents.
Are the tubes intact?
Yes. That's why they're not damaged.
Oh, you said they didn't have damaged contents. What's in them?
Scrolls.
Oh, they're sealed scrolls. Okay. Yeah, I'll just, throw them on my shoulder as I'm going and, bring them back for somebody else to look at. I'm not too interested in them.
But that's what you guys find during the hour.
So 6 scroll tubes with scrolls. Well, we're not sure they're closed, but...
I mean, you can assume they have scrolls because they're a scroll tube.
Yeah, but I'm not opening them to check. Just
Right. It'd be
scroll
like if you
tubes with
took
unknown
someone's
contents.
wallet, you could safely assume there's money and probably an ID in there.
Neither of those are in my wallet, actually. My wallet is full of business cards, and that is it. All of my important pieces of information are in other pockets.
Okay, you're like a fringe weirdo.
Steal my wallet and
Go,
get all of my
go back to your
contacts.
boat.
Yeah, we'll go back up to the boat then. Was there any entranceways or anything like that while I was down there?
Yes.
Did it just go out to the courtyard, like, out into the water?
Yep. Just big circular courtyard, big circular doorway that goes out to the courtyard, which is starting to get like, bottom growth.
Also, while I'm down there, one more thing I'd like to do before we get to the end of the short rest is stone cutting. I want to see the stonework of the temple. Intelligence history check.
All right. Give me a history check.
Old rocks.
Yeah. Yeah, the rocks are old. The style of the temple itself is pretty consistent with most stone structures that you'd think you'd find in the Nagramore frontier region.
But I couldn't really tell how old it is.
Yeah, not really.
Okay,
Well,
that's it. Well,
you can tell with that roll, you can tell that this would have had to have been submerged in maybe the last 40 years.
oh, so it's not, super murky, moss-covered rock quite yet. It's getting there, but it's not completely covered.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Dive team succeeded. 6 scroll tubes with unknown contents.
When our spellcaster stops drooling, we'll let him look at the next ones.
Well, I mean, Sorella could look at him while I'm still drooling.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, that could all probably transgress inside of the short rest, because I don't think it would take very long to explore a big round room. How long would the dive have taken?
Not long.
Okay, so Sorella could look at the tubes before the short rest is even over.
Mm-hmm. Let's see here. Give me 1 second while I type up what you find.
Bunch of legal documents regarding book divorce. I don't think they'd be magical, because Underdark said that he got low enough with the detect magic to see the entire room earlier, so they're just bits of information on magical scroll tubes.
I said you got 5, right?
6.
6. All right, thank you.
That's what I have on my sheet. It might have been 7. It's just slowly going down, diminishing returns.
I had to make sure because I'm drawing from a list that I determined randomly.
Ah.
Yep. So you find 3 volumes of an extra quest, which is a poetic epic. You find another scroll titled Magic Tea, an Old Man's Search for Wisdom. You find a scroll containing smut and a rather dry and boring read containing the information on the metallurgical properties of tin and copper.
All right. I will. Etsumoto, you're a smith, you were saying, right?
Ah, yes, I'm very good dwarven smith. Very good at what I do.
Might be a bit of a lackluster book, but this is up your alley at least, and I'll hand him the book on metallurgy. No, this is
Okay.
magical, but that might be informative at least. And what were the other ones?
They're posted.
Take
Just saw that.
this.
Yep. One of them's just smut. Another one is really it's a series of anecdotes. And the first one is 3 volumes of a poetic epic.
I don't suppose anyone else is big into reading here.
I'll take the smut scroll.
Does it have pictures?
I'm keeping that one.
What's
Ah,
reading?
shit.
I mean, if the smut has pictures, I'll take it. Other than that, I can't read.
It has no pictures.
But I can't
I'll
read.
take the old man text, Magic Tea.
All right, magic tea it is.
And then extra quest volumes, I'll throw on the ship.
I'll leaf through that one while we're underway.
Yeah, I'm just going to chuck them in the ship inventory.
You said you were leafing through it, Sorella?
I will eventually, yeah.
Alright.
For now, I'll just keep an eye out in the area around us while our other mage is indisposed.
Alrighty, and at the end of all of this, Intervin, you are finally able to grapple with the knowledge you just burned into your brain.
Excellent.
You have some dry mouth now.
Nobody was watering him?
I take a swig from my water skin, kind of swish it around, spit it out, and then take a actual drink.
Refreshing. So, the literal understanding of what you've just read is that it is a variation on a summoning scroll composed of divine and arcane magic, detailing the when and how and where, the when, how, and where of the ritual you would need to perform to commune directly with Alapulse.
That's the evil lore god.
Or chaotic. It depends on your point of view.
The chaotic lore god.
the god of chaotic lore. Got it. Okay. So you're just gonna what? DM me the location and time and shit like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Neat.
It's more of a checklist, really.
Every Tuesday at tea time. You just need to bring some snacks, it's good tea, and a good book.
On the first full half moon of the Lunar New Week.
Okay, so not immediately practical, but what should I mark this as? Scroll of special god summoning.
Scroll of Communion, Alapos.
Is that how you spell it?
Yes.
Okay.
It is now.
No, that's how it's spelled.
I know. I was just making the joke.
Alrighty, so not a scroll for general consumption, but something to hold in reserve. Got it. Did you guys you found some other shit? I see, huh?
Nothing
Yeah, a couple of
particularly
reads.
useful.
Do you want the old man search for wisdom?
I don't know. Are these texts particularly valuable?
The metallurgy book might be.
Outside of being
Probably.
about as valuable as the average book. Yeah,
Was
they
that like
don't really
5
have
gold?
anything in particular. No, it's like 25.
So not worthless, but I don't particularly care. You guys can have them. I got my scroll. You guys can have your scrolls.
Do you tell the party what was in that scroll, or attempt to?
All I said was it wasn't a spell for general consumption, but for like a special thing, and I put it in my bag. No one asked any further details, so I didn't say anything.
Magic does not interest me.
Man, this scroll has no story.
Well, this is a rather entertaining pit stop, but we should probably be on our way to that river entrance.
Yep.
So we fire up the motor and get going.
I believe so.
We do.
Seems like a reasonable idea. Let's do that.
Give me a second, I'm still typing. This is all shit I wrote on a note card at school. These are the basic circumstance requirements you would need to have occurring in order to perform the ritual. Including times and location requirements.
Oh, okay. That won't be that hard.
Did I ever fix that armor?
I think you had a
No,
few
it,
days.
it hasn't even been a day.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It's still the first day.
Alrighty.
You'll be making a check, so you'll know when it's fixed. He'll go over that with you directly.
Yep. Alrighty. And so, I believe you guys said you were going to carry on your way?
I think so.
Alright, you carry on your way. And a few hours later, it becomes time to rest. And so, since it's the end of the first day, Katsumoto,
Yes.
I need you to give me a check using your proficiency in Smith's tools, plus either your dexterity or your intelligence to repair the armor. So it's your dex or int mod plus your proficiency bonus.
So you're talking about on the far left, that plus number?
Yes. Whichever one you want to use, dex or int.
Plus your proficiency, which is 2 right now.
I did it!
Indeed. The -2 suit of plate mail is now a -1 suit of plate mail.
Gotta repair more, huh?
Yeah, it's kind of fucked up.
Okay.
That check will be made at the end of the second day.
It's still better than most armor we likely have. Is there anyone who actually uses heavy armor?
He does. He is heavy armor master. That's why he wants to repair it.
Alright, made this guy.
Alrighty. Let's see here. 1, 2. Let's see. Okay, yeah. So your night, because it's nighttime now. You guys set a watch.
I think that'd be a
First
reasonable
watch.
idea.
Mm-hmm.
You want first, you said, Sorella?
I probably shouldn't be the only one on first watch, but yeah.
Well,
Alright.
I only need to sleep for 4 hours because I can trance as an elf.
Oh, that's right. You're full elf.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Alrighty, yeah.
Typing it up now.
Sorella Intervin. On the first watch, as the sun begins to set, you can see about 200 feet from the boat. The water explodes as a large fish flies out of it, blood spewing everywhere, as it is caught in the jaws of what looks to be some kind of iron, like I should rephrase that. Some kind of armored, like round-faced shark-looking creature.
Is this a
Yeah.
megalodon by chance?
No, I know what this is, but I'm not going to spoil it.
Okay. A armored shark-like thing. And it's 200 feet away.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Nothing else happens for the watch.
Oh, that was weird.
Well, not everything that happens on watch is going to be an attack.
But Sorella's up with me, right?
Mm-hmm.
What
Yep.
race is Sorella?
Human.
Hey, could I get like a flask of blood from you
Why?
for a ritual? It's safe for you.
I hate this already.
Does it need to be human?
Yes.
Does it need to be mine?
Well, I'm asking Sorella.
How involved is this in what are you summoning? Or whatever ritual? Why is it always summoning with blood?
Well, it's more talking. Are you familiar or aware of the spell Contact Other Plane?
As familiar as any wizard? Not, well, actually, probably
So
less familiar than
so
people
that
actually
spell's
know.
a bit is like a bit untargeted, right? So there's a ritual that will allow me to have it better targeted, but it requires flasks of blood in order to power it.
Flasks.
Yes, flasks.
Not like a drop.
Correct.
Oh, it's gonna hurt like a bitch. How fresh does the blood have to be?
I just need quantity. I don't need it to be super fresh.
Alright, fine.
Cool.
Just a little bit at a time, and as soon as we find some dickhead who attacks us like pirates, I would like to use theirs instead of mine.
Oh, absolutely. Like I said, I just need a flask of it. If it makes you feel any better, I'll be using a flask of my own blood in it.
Not much.
All right, well.
I'll cast a light on my knife and just poke myself in the hand somewhere. Give him some blood.
Yeah, I extract a flask of blood from him.
Alrighty.
And once that's done, I'll find some fabric to wrap around my hand.
Yeah, I don't know any healing magic. Sorry.
You're not a wizard by chance, are you?
I know magic, but you know, with my patron and all that, I know a certain type of magic. You know. I do like reading about all kinds of magic, though.
Can you... fuck, I don't know enough about your kind of magic to be helpful with learning, but...
What's up? Just ask.
I was just thinking we could maybe swap some spells at some point, but I don't know how yours works.
Well, because of the nature of my agreement with with my patron, I do in fact have a spell book. There are spells in it.
Alright, well, it's something we can try then. Once we get to the city up north, we can get some supplies and I'll see what I can teach you.
That works for me. And then that's all. Like I don't do anything else on the watch.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Second watch. Kitten, Rourke. Things go by pretty
Kitten's
smooth.
by
No,
himself
just
on third
Kitten.
watch.
Oh, I'm sorry, I missed the, yeah. Kitten, nothing happens on your watch. Rourke?
Uh-huh.
Years passes by uneventfully. And Katsumoto, intervene.
Yes, this is customer. What?
You also have nothing bad happen.
So while we're on our watch, I asked Katsumoto, hey, you know that magic shit I'm always dealing with?
No.
Well, you know I deal with a bunch of magic shit, right?
Okay.
Some of it involves needing blood. Can I have a flask of your blood?
For what?
A ritual to contact higher power and get more magic power.
Okay.
Great. I poke him and get a flask of his blood.
Alrighty.
Spelt dwarf wrong.
It's a dwarf.
No,
Play too much dwarf.
I spelt it that, yeah.
Dwarf?
Yep.
Gotta get the dwarf.
Yeah, my dwarves.
Wait, is a dwarf just a dwarven dog?
A dwarf.
No, but you know, it should be now.
It is now part of the lore as Atropos would have it. Alapos would have it.
You mean Armok?
There is now a dwarven dog breed called a dwarf.
Dwarf.
Just a regular dog but with a helmet on it.
And floaties.
It's just a corgi, but with even shorter legs.
Dude, that's basically a dachshund at that point.
Been a new day yet? New dawn, new day?
It is a new dawn there, Mr. Kashimoto.
I make better armor.
Alright, yeah, you can do that at the end of the day.
But you said it's a new day, though.
Right, the
End
check
of
is
the
made at the
day.
end.
You have to basically work on it throughout the day while we're traveling.
Yeah, we're just going
Alright.
along and you're going clang, clang, clang.
Stealth, we are. As long as our enemies are deaf.
Yeah, Spectre Interven's collecting all of our blood for a ritual.
Alright.
Oh boy.
And quiet as a church mouse, we row on.
Indeed, yeah. You guys continue to sail, finding a smattering of islands as you then transition between them into the mouth of the Morton River. This part taking you through a rather nasty bog.
The only saltwater river on the continent.
Heh, Morton River.
Nice.
That's good.
Wait. Is Morton an actual
It's a brand of
Morton
salt.
No, the girl pouring the salt on the floor.
Damn, I might actually need to make this a saltwater river. Actually, aren't bogs and swamps rather salty in some cases?
Yeah, they can be.
I mean, you just change what the source water is. There can be
Yeah, like
underwater
saltwater.
saltwater lakes. Yeah.
No, Morton has to be freshwater. It would raise too many questions I'd have to correct before you get to the city.
The area you're about to embark in has salt water. Are you sure you want to embark?
Why the
Alright,
hell
yeah.
not?
But you guys begin going up this bog. It reeks. It sucks. It's unpleasant. And the second day comes to an end. Katsumoto, give me that check.
Oh, I thought I still had voice activation on. Okay. Let's see that. Oh, that's not it. Bam.
Alrighty, that meets the DC of 15. You have restored the suit of iron plate mail from a crummy -1 to a respectable and refurbished 0.
Now you got to get to +1.
Oh yeah, good luck
That's
with that.
not how that works.
Don't tell him that. He's gonna try.
No.
Makes a check every day for like a week and just doesn't pass the DC.
It's a DC 2 bajillion. You literally can't pass it. Okay.
Yeah, no, that's the
Tell
idea.
you what, for
Yeah.
each successful check, you'll improve it halfway from its current condition to +1.
But you always round down in 5th edition.
Making
Exactly.
it impossible. All right. Yeah. So Katsumoto, you now have a refurbished suit of plate mail.
Are you gonna wear that?
Uh,
Or are you just gonna look at it?
I'd assume he was. That's why he wanted it.
Well, I need to know so I can take it out of the ship
I
inventory.
said duh. D.
Now I just need to put a newer, sexier suit of armor in front of him.
Well, okay. So, how much time would it take to repair all of the weapons? Would it also be a day a weapon?
Weapons
Or
are
could he
not
get
as...
the -2? He could take the -2 off in a single day.
Yeah.
Well, we have a lot of them.
Okay, weaponsmith, very intelligent, -2. Katsumoto, repairing the weapons.
Awesome. Very
Yeah,
cool.
but it'll be the next day.
Yeah. I mean, in general, just because the work involved, I have a armor taking like a day a thing. Weapons will probably be based more off like the crafting time in Zenithars.
Ah, okay. So you could get multiple done in a day, possibly.
Yeah.
Okay, Katsumoto goes to sleep, working on weapons. Good night.
Take care, Hayes.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye, Hayes. Have a good night.
Bye.
Have fun.
All right. The next day begins.
Well, during the night we have watches, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm getting ahead of myself.
Well, because I'd like to make sure I'm on watch with the kitten. And during the watch, I'd like to ask Kitten if I can have a flask of his blood.
Kitten, do you resist being on watch with Interven? If you do, make me a social athletics or acrobatics check.
A social athletics or acrobatics check?
Yes. Your ability to socially put distance between you and Interven so he can't restrain you in an unwanted conversation.
I just dive into the ocean.
Oh shit! I gotta keep this in mind. You guys go to like a party. You want to like conversationally hold a person hostage.
Well, yeah. I mean that's when someone's.
Roll to make small talk.
Give me a charisma athletics check to restrain the target in conversation.
Resisted by stealth and charisma.
No, they just have to make a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, it's charisma athletics versus wisdom acrobatics.
I think he succeeds.
Nice.
I don't even know what he was doing.
He was resisting being on watch.
Social.
He's resisting being on watch by pretending he can't see you.
Yeah, see?
Wait.
He resisted being on watch.
Kit, for real, are you actually attempting to avoid interaction with Interven?
He has a pet dragon, and I don't like that. So.
But Dax is cool. Also, I have dog.
Oh man, I never thought I'd be saying this. Underdark, give me a counter check.
Okay, what check is that?
Let's see.
Well, this was charisma.
Probably just persuasion.
All right, so he did a lot of charisma acrobatics. Give me like a charisma. I don't know. Just slap your proficiency on it.
Being on watch with him, so
I didn't think anyone was actually going to roll.
he didn't want to be on watch with him. He doesn't like him. So
Indeed.
16.
I have a phobia of dragons at the moment.
But I only want like a flask of your blood.
All I
Yeah,
can
that's
see
right.
are the fangs of the dragon. It's like, no, don't eat me! And I run away.
Maybe ask somebody else to get it.
But I need kittens.
Yeah,
I
but somebody
didn't
else to
think
get
I would
kitten's blood.
actually succeed.
You're a cat man who can like quintuple dash in a single round.
On a 60-foot barge.
This is charisma.
Well, regardless, yeah, Kitten avoids being on watch with Intervin because of the scary dragon.
Pull the blanket over, pretends to be asleep.
What a
I don't want
ridiculous
to go to
concept.
school today.
Alrighty. You gonna try to get Rurik?
Rurik, what race are you?
Dwarf. He already has dwarf blood. He doesn't need mine.
What's Sorella?
Human.
Human.
What's Rurik? You said dwarf. That's
Dwarf.
right. What's Romaine, I meant?
Human.
Yeah, so I just see kittens. What's Nash?
Human mix.
Hmm.
I don't remember exactly what he is, but he's...
Human.
You're just straight human?
I have some dwarf in me.
Hmm. No, I prefer the pure stuff. Yeah, so it's alright. It's alright. I can get kitten's blood some other way.
Kitten bleeding out in combat and puts the vial up to him like he's getting a refill.
I'm sleeping and he just stabs me in the back.
No, that'd be
stab you.
uncouth.
He'd make a,
Yeah,
a
he
small
doesn't have a
incision.
French accent.
Yet.
What'd you guys name the boat again?
Ulterior motives.
Ulterior,
ulterior
motives.
motives.
Alright, yeah. Alright, so it's a quiet night on the ulterior motives tonight in the bog.
Yeah, after Kitten evades me on my first watch, on the second watch I ask Nash if... Hey Nash, would you mind getting a flask of blood from Kitten?
Why don't you ask him yourself?
Because he's afraid of Dax and by extension me, so it'd be a little more socially a pro if you do it. A magic ritual to get more magic power.
Is it
Patron
gonna
stuff.
Why does it have to be hers?
It just needs to be a cat person.
Is it gonna kill us?
No, I just need a flask of blood. You'll just sting a bit.
Will animal blood work?
Nah, it has to be certain races.
Okay, I'll ask him.
Cool. I hand him a flask. Here, just fill this with his blood.
Just put the flask up to her nose like it's a soda fountain, and then when it doesn't work, just punch her until it does.
I'll be back in just a second.
Uh-oh.
What's a O? I don't like a O.
Disappeared.
Who?
Lost Pete.
Ah.
I think. Is that the name that was missing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that remains gone.
It was either him or Spectre. The only reason I knew it wasn't Burger is because Burger said, "Uh-oh."
Spook is still here, so
Mm-hmm. Yep.
kind of narrows
Yeah,
it down.
Yeah, I seen Spectre. But I wasn't sure if, like, maybe, Gilbert disconnected or something. I just glanced at it as I was getting up because dog went outside. Damn controlling bitch.
I'm back.
Welcome
back.
back. We lost Pete.
Oh shit! What happened to Pete?
Oh no, just got dropped from the call.
He got
Disconnected.
sacrificed in a magic ritual.
He got ran over by a train. Again.
I said you needed a flask, not the whole thing.
Look, I wanted to be sure. You never specified how big of a flask it had to be. So I got all of it.
Giant flask. I love dogs. They're so entertaining. My dog is smelling her own poop.
Yeah, they do that.
Yeah, I just looked outside and she's sniffing at one of her shit piles. It's like, okay, yeah, that's yours. You should know that.
I make this.
Yep, I make this.
Is proud of work. Alrighty. So yeah, that day finishes.
That night finishes?
That night finishes.
Ah.
I know what I said. Alright.
Just
And
checking.
thus begins another day. Which comes and goes. Nothing unusual appearing during the day. Just a quiet row up the river.
And no weapons get repaired.
Comes night.
This time we stick Nash and Kitten on the same watch.
Probably.
Because it's maybe going to be relevant later. I'm going to try and spend the day learning how to row boats and like be proficient with water vehicles. It's not like I'm doing anything else right now.
He gives you a crash course in boat safety.
This is the top of the boat.
To crash.
You want to stay on this side.
Yeah, I guess so. We'll wait.
We broke him.
Alright, there we go. And then, Kitten, are you giving over blood? Are you donating?
Sure. Since Nash is asking so nicely.
Alrighty. Your watches go off with nothing too unusual occurring in the marsh tonight. And thus begins another day of travel. You go sailing upriver, and as you kind of reach about 2 in the afternoon, you begin to see the transition here between the shitty, marshy lands that you've been sailing up past, and a transition to much more arable, fertile lands. You can see a couple of odd farms as you go sailing past them. And at the end of the day, you can see the great stone wall surrounding Morton. A number of kind of brick hut buildings set up outside of its walls as you go sailing up towards its dock. And I think we'll call it there for tonight.
That works out. A little shorter session.
Okay.
Totally cool.